Hello, my name is Kevin Ott, and I'm doing my Form 2 on American Denominational Diversity for Liberty University's American Christian Heritage 530. Historians must be objective and honest in their investigations, must be dedicated to a reasoned and investigated reconstruction of primary sources. In the late 18 and early 1900s, a new Holiness Pentecostal movement came out of the abandonment of Methodism by a group of people led by black preacher William J. Seymour. He founded the Apostolic Faith Gospel Mission on Azusa Street in Los Angeles. This famous street would be associated with the beginnings of this new revival of spirit and faith. Seymour's movement was an offshoot from where the phenomenon was first witnessed in a Topeka Bible College revival under the leadership of Charles Parham, who taught Seymour this new approach to Christian Holy Spirit baptism. His teachings emphasized the works of the Holy Spirit through sanctified living and a renewed Christian experience. This entailed expressions of Holy Spirits through the acts of experiencing baptisms and speaking in tongues. This, along with the gifts of Spirit, it was important in converting new followers. That began with a media following, and they continued to get more publicity through newspapers such as the LA Times. The Times wrote about the enthusiastic prayer, speaking in tongues, and witnesses of the sick being healed as a holiness experience. Women were also a crucial part of this movement, as they were encouraged to take on full participation in the public outreach. The church encouraged philanthropic outreach, which allowed this for further spreading of the word, and the unorthodox approach to the Holy Spirit baptism was furthered by this movement. Another factor that contributed to its success was the integrated congregations that the Pentecostal movement possessed, which both included black and white participants. This was a common thing to see. It soon grew into its own loyal following, with people coming from across the country to experience the Holy Spirit. This was a key feature of the movement, with many turning to the denomination to have this holy experience, which soon became its calling card. This type of experience attracted new followers at a time where many other denominations had a stronghold over the American Protestant ideal. However, this would soon change as the Pentecostal movement continued to find its teeth in a time where it was gaining publicity and spreading. This was also assisted by the internal struggles that many denominations were undergoing, from the vast movement west at the time, the issue of a post-slavery world, and the flood of new followers that threatened the established hierarchy in American Christian religion. Another famous figure from this time, from this movement, was Amy McPherson, who was one of the most well-known women of her time and was associated with media outlets such as radio and spreading the word of this newfound faith. McPherson, however, was tainted in scandal and would eventually speak ill of the Pentecostal movement in some of her interviews. She also brought some difficulty and uncomfortable attention to the movement, which she had some rumored affairs associated with her and some significant issues with denominational leadership. Many different movements came out of the Pentecostal movement that would impact the denominational makeup of America for generations. This holiness experience attracted many to its doors and gave Christianity an infusion of charisma through outlandish spiritual experiences and outcries. Because of the leadership of people like William Seymour, Charles Parham, and at times Amy McPherson, this movement found the ability to change the American Christian experience well into the 20th century. Thank you, and God bless.